Is Disney's DAS Pass changing? According to Walt Disney World News Today, there are what they have called rumors that the DAS Pass is going to be changing to the same type of system that Universal started using approximately a year ago. I have used this system before. I am happy to answer questions, but essentially it does require a healthcare provider letter that you upload to your application, and they can contact your doctor to confirm it. You do have to do it more in advance, which is also a frustrating thing. Healthcare access and diagnostics and things can be complicated and frustrating. I know that if this is true, there's going to be a lot of people who are really frustrated about that, but on the other hand, there have been a lot of accusations of abuse of the DAS Pass. I think there are some positives and some negatives if this were true, but I don't want anybody to panic yet because this is currently just a rumor on Walt Disney World News Today. But I did want to bring this to folks' attention because I think it's incredibly important. They have said that it's possible that it could go into effect as soon as 2 weeks from now, but I think if that were possible, like if that was actually what was going to happen, that they would keep using the regular DAS system at that time, like if you were at the parks then, and implement that for future, because you cannot get that type of pass that Universal uses without more notice in advance, because there's an actual application process. I would not panic if you have a trip coming up soon, because I don't think they're going to make any sort of major switch without there being a transition time period. You might want to start thinking about, if you have a trip coming up later in the year, what healthcare provider you can potentially ask. It needs to address why you need the accommodation. It's not necessarily asking to say your diagnosis. So if you don't have a diagnosis, you don't necessarily need to tell the doctor that you need to get a diagnosis for this. They can just use your symptoms. We'll keep folks updated as I have information. But again, there is no need to panic right now. This is just a rumor. I will repost a video that I did walking through how it works and showing you the different steps, so that if you are feeling anxious, because I know some of you are going to be, then you can take a look at that and get an idea of what to expect. Let me know in the comments what your questions are, what you're worried about, what you're excited about, whether you think this is a good or bad idea, whether you think it will address the issues of abuse that have come up. And I will try to get all of the answers to questions that I can. I want us to be as prepared as possible.